What's up? What's up?
Hey, James, how's it going, my friend?
Going very well. So, want to say hello to everybody. I'm here right now with Angeilta. For those that don't know, Angeilta is one of my dear friends from the Philadelphia area. What's going on?
Everything. And yes, Philly is definitely in the house, my friend.
Yeah. So so once again, we always are bringing on an agent that's killing in their industry. We brought Angelina on this time, and she's just going to share about some of the things that she's been able to do in order to grow her business, but more importantly, just kind of help out the industry in and of itself. So I'm so excited to be here. And Angelina, can you tell everybody a little bit about yourself?
Wow, that's a good question when people ask me to tell me a little bit about myself, because there's a lot to tell, my friend, but we don't have all year to talk about that, right?
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes I've already lived 9 lives. All right. But just to give you a little bit of background of who I am, yes, I am a real estate professional. But that is not definitely all I do. But however, that is definitely your platform. But James, my story starts a very long time ago about how I even got to where I am here today. I was actually 14 pregnant on welfare, trying to figure it out. Literally until the light switch came on, which was the help of so many amazing mentors that came into my life. I was told that I would never be anything in life. And I actually almost believed that. And literally, I had to make a change within myself to be able to start believing in myself. And then from there, I went off to school. I didn't finish college. So I guess you could say I am a college dropout, right? But either way, I couldn't afford to go back to school. And so then again, I was still just trying to figure things out. Being a young single mom, and so I'm a writer, just so everyone out there knows. And I still consider myself to be a writer more than anything, an artist. But when you have a child and you have a mouth to feed, being a starving artist is just not a beautiful thing, right? So you got to keep a roof over your head. You got to keep food in the belly. You got to do all these things that as a writer you cannot do until, of course, now you become this established writer and you're getting paid for your art. So either way, then how did real estate come into play? Literally, I was just kind of, just trying to figure things out. And I said, wow, I need to make some money. I don't know what it is I got to do. I ain't got nothing to fall back on. I ain't got no college degree. I was trying to get jobs. Jobs was not paying me what I knew that I was worth. And I'm going to repeat that. Jobs were not paying me what I knew I was worth, right? Because even though I was broke as a joke, my mind wasn't, because I had people come in and kind of help change my mindset. This is when I started thinking a lot bigger. So either way, one day I just kind of walked into a real estate office, which was right around the corner from my house where I lived at here in Philadelphia. And so when I did that, I walked in and said, hey, I want to be a realtor. And the broker owner at the time, he just loved my energy. He just said, come on in. And he took me under his wing and he taught me so much. And just kind of, I was that girl out there knocking on doors with him. I didn't even have a business card. I signed up for real estate school. And it was just like game over from there. And so that's how I got into real estate. And that was back in February of 2006. So that's over
Oh
15
wow.
years ago now, my friend. Okay. Of how we kind of got to this journey of me being involved here in real estate. And now being able to be here and have an honor to have this conversation with you and speak to your audience and so many more.
Yeah, I always like the journey, right? When I'm talking to an agent that they're at a particular area, you never know what it took for them to get there or what they had to go through. So that's why I love that beginning question, because we get to actually take that journey with you from, like you said, starving mom, and mentors, and knowing your worth, and just kind of building that way. I know we put on here like how to get in the right rooms. So a lot of people, they don't have a mentor, they don't have anybody that they know to actually get and help them out along the way? What were some of the things that you did, or how did you get your first mentor?
Well, that's a great question. And again, I love this topic. It got me excited because it is so true. You have to find ways to position yourself to get in the right rooms. And see, some people might be thinking like, well, I don't know anyone, and or they're not going to let me in. Well, guess what? The reason that you don't know anyone is the reason why you better get up in the rooms. And how do you get in the room is the question, right? See, me, I am that person. Ain't nobody going to stop me from doing anything that I want to do or be wherever it is that I want to be. All right. And there was a gentleman who actually lived in my neighborhood, just to kind of go way back of like how that journey of leading up to getting involved into real estate. And he was having a mixer actually in my neighborhood, and I decided to go. So it was a real estate mixer, and I went and I just met some phenomenal people, and they actually have really become my first true mentors when it comes to our industry, right? So I'm just watching them and I'm like, I want to do that. Oh, I want to be that. Oh, ooh, ooh, right?
Yeah.
So all these, like, I was just loving the whole, like, lifestyle and what was going on, right? And I'm just so appreciative to that. And they just kind of poured into me and told me, what they were doing and how they were doing it, and just all the different things that it takes to be successful in this industry. And I was just so appreciative of that. And to this day, we're all really great friends. We're not in the same company. But you don't have to be in the same company to be great friends with your peers in real estate. If anything, you want to be friends with everybody in all different areas of real estate, right? And I'm just so thankful and grateful because one day you're probably going to be closing a deal with those friends, right? And so just to kind of take you back just a little bit more, though, when it came to me walking in and choosing the broker that I chose at the time, and him becoming this great mentor, he instilled in me how important it was to kind of just show up and just present yourself and be in the right place at the right time. It's such a cliche, right? When we hear that you have to be in the right place at the right time, but it's so real, right, James?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, it's so real. And see, a lot of people, that's where they miss their opportunity because they don't allow themselves to just show up, right? And then we have that other saying that's so cliche. When you show up, you go up, right? But that's the only way you can go up because you can't do this thing alone, guys. You can't do it alone. You have to position yourself and you have to get around the right people. You have to be around those people who are going to energize you. That's now going to help bring out the belief in you. All right. And it's not so much just them believing in you, it's them now influencing you and giving you some form of energy to now look yourself in the mirror and say, well, you know what? I believe in me too. So that's what getting in the right rooms will do for you, is being around like-minded people who not necessarily want to do exactly what it is that you want to do, but now gives you that energy to do what you want to do based on what they're doing that's similar and the like-mindedness, right? Okay, the same kind of thought process of ain't nobody going to stop me, ain't nothing going to stop me, and I'm going to show up and I'm going to get around these people and we're going to now come together as a let's see, driving force in a sense, where we can go in whatever direction that we want to go in, but we're going to do it with the mindset that we're going to win.
Yeah. Man, you said a whole lot there. I mean, I'm just thinking about the whole time. We went to Washington, and I didn't know you, you didn't know me. We got to talking and kind of communicating and just kind of hit off and just kind of sharing our wins and some of the stuff that we were going after. It was an influencer group that we was part of at that particular time, and I tell you, like, everywhere I've gone since then, you've been there. Every mastermind, every company event, every room that I was in that I was thinking it was an exclusive room, you showed up, you was there at those as well. And I was just like, man, this girl knows how to get herself in the right places. But at the same time, I'm looking at all the stuff you're doing on social media. It's no wonder why, you're building, you're growing, you're making things happen. It's because you're getting around the right people, right?
Absolutely. 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 Well, again, that was a part of my mentorship, right? Is that I must show up. Right. And I was one of those people. Yes, I was kicking and screaming like, no, I don't want to do this. No, I don't want to go here. No, I don't want to get on this call. No, I don't want to do that. Right. Because I didn't know any better. What did I know? Right. You don't know until you know. But at the same time, this is why it's so key and so important is you don't want to be listening to people telling you what to do or what not to do that ain't got the lifestyle or don't have what it is that you want out of your life, right? So if your friends who are sitting around doing things that you know that you don't want to be a part of, and they're going to these events that you know that's not going to get you where it is that you want to do, why are you going there, right? But then yet you don't want to leave them quote unquote behind in a sense, right? But that's not what you're doing. You're living your life, and we all have to live this thing called life alone. Not alone, excuse me. I didn't mean to say that. We have to live this life on our own terms, all right? But what I was going to say about being alone, but you're going to go to the grave alone, right? Yeah. So at the end of the day, between that time, you have to now make that journey to now connect with the people, once again, like we're saying, that is going in the same direction that you want to go in. All right. If you want to go hang out with your friends, go hang out with your friends. That's fine. But at the end of the day, you're going to make a lot more new friends, just like I just made a new friend in you, James, right? Yeah. By showing up, by being there at the sprint. And you know what's so funny about the whole sprint thing is, and like I was sharing, I had no idea I was in a contest, right? No idea whatsoever. All I know is that I got an email, all right, from our home office. And so I get the email saying, hey, Angeilta, are you coming to sprint? I totally ignored it. I was like, I have no idea what they're talking about. I'm on a mission. I'll get back to this. I didn't even get back to it. They literally had to call me in workplace, which was so hilarious. It was like, hey, Angeilta, are you coming to sprint? I said, can you tell me a little bit about this? What is this? Because I got an email and I'm sorry, I just totally didn't get back to it because I didn't know what it was. And when they shared me what it was, I was like, oh, what? Huh? What are you talking about? I just won what? I was doing what? So either way, it's because I was so focused and so energized, right, about what it is that I was doing here to help build my organization here with us here at EXP, that all the other stuff really just was not even important, to be honest with you. And then I knew I wanted to come once she explained it to me, because when she explained it to me, it says it's going to be the top 50 influencers. I said, I need to be there, right? Because I need to know who's really making things happen here within our company, because I need to know who to latch on to. I need to know who I need to get golden nuggets, information, and tips, and all these other things from. I need to know who can become my accountability partner, if there is someone there, which I end up getting an accountability partner while I was there. And then I needed to meet you, James, because you know what? You know what I said to you when I came up to you, right? Remember what I said to you? Yeah, I was like, why are you so quiet? I was like, yo, this guy right here, he bad to the bone. It's something he hiding, and I need to know what that is.
Man, it's funny because like myself, I'm more of a, even though I do this stuff and I jump on, I do it because I have to, simply because it provides value. But my ideal situation is just kind of sit back and just chilling and not really saying much. But like when you came through, it was like a breath of energy just came through the room, and it was just like, tell me about this, tell me about that, and I'm always willing to share, always willing to open up and stuff like that. I mean, it was just so refreshing. But I'm just kind of talking about the whole being in the room aspect of it, the top 50 influencers. I mean, that room in of itself, I mean, Curtis Johnson, sharing and giving his his game plan of what he was able to do and build and community. Veronica Figueroa, the same thing. She's just so passionate. I mean, just meeting people like that and having them to impart in your life. I mean, it's a game changer, right? I mean, you really, I tell anybody, like, if you really want to be successful in anything, this goes beyond real estate in and of itself. You need to find somebody that's already doing it and learn and copy from them. And just the simple fact that, say like we were there and we got so much information, and I went back and I started implementing things, and things started to grow for me. I know things started going for you. I mean, it's it's really about lifestyle. That's really what you're doing. You're changing your life while you're changing other people's life. I know. I think it was Zig Ziglar used to say, the best way for you to get where you want to be is to help somebody else get to where they want to be, and that's what this whole aspect is about.
And that's what life is about, because and now you see, you said so much that I can totally unpack right there. And it's so true, because Veronica, I mean, yeah, she's a force to be reckoned with as well, right? Because I know I'm a force to be reckoned with, right? But I mean, just to have met her, like you said, and Curtis and Nakia Evans. I'm gonna tell you something funny about Nakia Evans, right? Big shout out to you, girlfriend. She's doing the thing out there in Baltimore area, right? Literally, when I was looking at our company, so I started kind of researching and looking around, like, okay, I was looking for the best of the best to latch on to. All right. Because if I'm going to do something, I got to do it big, and I got to do it with people who are doing something big, right? Because that's where I want to be, right? And then in return, I want to now pull up some other people and show them how to do the same thing, right? So it's like with the Zig Ziglar, right? In order to become successful, you have to be able to show other people how to become successful, right? So it's like, we're just helping each other. It's just a cycle, right, of success and helping others. But either way, so I was just like so thrilled again to just kind of be in that environment. And I was just doing the same thing at first. I was just sitting there. I was quiet. I was like, oh, they don't know me. I don't know them, but they're going to know me. Right. So, and believe it or not, you got to have that attitude when you show up in a room. It's like you could just sit, you observe, you watch, and it's like, they don't know me. They don't know. I don't know them, but they're going to know me. Right. And that is literally what I did with another company, because I come from the direct sales background as well, too. I actually got in real estate first. Then I got involved in direct sales. And that was where it was really installed with me that I had to show up. All right. I had to be in the right rooms with the right people. And I can remember my first conference that I went to, right, in my direct sales business. And my mentor, she said, Angeilta, I need you here at this conference. And I was kicking. I was like, no, I ain't going out. For what? Right. And then when I went and I showed up, and it was like a stadium full of people. And I'm like, whoa, what is this? What's happening here? And then I'm watching people up on stage. They getting checks, they getting awards, they getting all this stuff. And I'm just sitting back and I'm like, they don't know me. I don't know them. But guess what? They're going to know me. And matter of fact, it was a one person who was up on that stage. And I said, I want to be like her. I want what she got. I'm going to get that. I'm going to be up on that stage, right? So again, that whole energy that you get, right? That whole inspiration that you get from others that are doing major things, like Veronica. I mean, she's number one in our company, right? She's a number one team in our company. I want to be like her. I want to be her, right? Being a professional copycatter. See, I heard what you said, because it's something that I always say. You don't have to try to figure it out. Just find the people when you show up in the right rooms that are doing what it is that you want to do and where you want to be. And guess what? Just do what it is that you're doing. It's not saying that you're not being yourself. And it ain't. And then some people say, oh, or she fake or whatever. No, guys, I want you to hear. If you don't hear anything else, hear what James just said and hear what I'm saying to you. You have to become a professional copycatter. All right. Because when you see somebody's doing something and they are getting what it is that you want, all you got to do is copy it. We do it all day on Facebook. I'm a professional copycatter. I tell my team all day, if you don't know what to say, copy what I just said, copy, paste it. And I see a lot of our leaders that I met at Sprint, when I am writing something on Facebook and they like it, you know what they do? They copy it, they paste it, and they make it their own on their Facebook page. And I do the same thing too. I'll see something, I'm like, oh, I like that. Copy, paste, boop. There you go. Because you don't have to sit here and try to figure it out, because somebody else has already figured it out for you, believe it or not. And now that person who's figured it out for you, just do what it is that they do. And that is something that is so important. I remember you did that video. I shared that video with my team. I said, yo, I need y'all to watch this video, because this is what I'm saying. Because sometimes they don't want to listen to us, right, James? They don't want to listen to what we're saying, but they'll listen to what somebody else is saying. But it's the same thing that we've just said.
Yeah, I mean, but
So,
that's the importance of having, like I said, being in the right circles with the right people, because, honestly, the trajectory is similar, right?
mhm,
I mean, I know, when I first, got into this whole process, Jay was showing me some of the stuff that he was doing, and I just started kind of just, mimicking. Michael came down and was doing like these events and stuff like that, and helping us out to kind of grow what we were growing, and like that beginning stages is so precious in anyone's business, because that's when that learning aspect comes in. That's when that grinding comes in, that hard work. But then,
mhm,
like, once you start to do it, you start seeing the progress. Like the process starts to be the same or similar to what the person was that you actually copied off of, or the person that actually implemented you, or the mentor. So, like, so everybody's kind of on that same plane, going up. So whether I hear it from you or whether I hear it from somebody else, we're all kind of going through the same problems. Like, it's no such thing as like, oh, my problem is so unique. Like, no, your problem is similar to what somebody else that had to go through that in order
mhm.
to get to where they are. So just find somebody that's where they are. They can help you with that problem, so you don't have to spend so long on it. As you
Oh,
see what I'm saying? So that's how it goes,
yes,
right?
yes. I am so thankful for the problem solvers before me, right? Because, but I'll tell you this, um, as the new year was coming in, Tony Robbins and my guy, we was out there with Tony Robbins too,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
That was phenomenal. That was so much great energy out there in Dallas, right? We had so
yeah.
much fun. Again, showing up, being
Showing
in the
up.
right rooms,
Yeah,
right? So, Tony Robbins, before I came here to EXP Realty, I was watching his video, The New Year, New You. He had a whole 5 days totally free, guys. It was no excuse not to show up there, right? I'm literally at home in my living room, jumping up and down with Tony Robbins, like, yes, right? And this was before I made the decision to come here, right? And either way, he said something so like powerful, and now I'm using it because I'm a professional copycatter, right? He said, if you don't have a problem, then you have a problem.
mm,
And I'm gonna repeat that. If you don't have a problem, then you have a problem, right? And the reason being is because what do most successful people do? They solve problems, right? They solve problems. They figure out what it is that needs to be solved, and how do I cut through this to get there. So now, while that person is solving that problem to get to where it is that they need to be, again, you latching on to them, they now have jumped over that pothole, or either found a way to swim through that ocean or climb that mountain, right?
mm,
And that doesn't mean you don't have to jump over the pothole, swim through the ocean, or climb that mountain. It just means that it's not going to be as hard for you as it was for them, because they already solved the problem. And not to mention, you're just following along. And let me tell you something. That's so important when it comes to leadership, okay, James? And people don't understand. In order to become a great leader, you have to first become a great follower. All right. In order to become a great leader, you have to become first a great follower. And you literally have to understand, again, when you see someone that is leading and someone's getting to where it is that you want to be, just follow along. Because I'm following you, James. I'm stalking you all day. All right, on Facebook. When you do these right here, I'm just watching them like, okay, okay. All right. And I'm just taking it all in. Because I want to be where you are here with our company.
yeah.
I'm going to be where you are in
Yeah,
our
wow,
company. And then you're going to be on the stratosphere. And then I'm like, okay, I got to get there now. Right.
yeah. Everybody's pushing everybody else. I mean, that's what this all is about. Everybody's
Mm-hmm.
pushing up. So, I mean, that's the whole process with it. I mean, I wanted to get a little bit, because I mean, you had like a great situation. I saw a grand opening that you had just did. You want to touch on that a little bit? I mean, it was one of those things that it really spoke to me, because I'm a big component of entrepreneurship. And when I saw what you did, I was like, man, she has to talk about it. So, can you share? I don't want to let the cat out of the bag. I'm gonna let you explain it.
Okay, are you talking about the grand opening of the store?
Yes,
Right?
yes.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what? That's actually all my daughter. Okay.
Mm.
So, but it's so inspiring even to me too. So again, I just share. I was 14, pregnant on welfare. I had my daughter when I was 15 years old. And we had our fair share of struggles. Yes, I had my mother who was there. God bless my mother, who's 86 years young. And she can run laps around all of us. All right. You think I got energy? My mom got the energy. All
Yeah.
right. And I guess that's where I got it from. And but ever since my daughter was a little girl, she always, wanted to get involved in fashion some way. And I'll tell you this: I actually went to school to when I was in college. I was actually going to school for marketing, and my minor was fashion merchandising. So I don't know if it has anything to do with me, but I'm not going to take all that credit
Yeah.
because my daughter, she is just amazing when it comes to this stuff. So either way, for years, and my daughter, literally, she was going out and she was on the street. She got a permit. She was on the streets of Philadelphia. She was selling, her items out there, purses. You know how you see out there in the streets in the city, people out there selling stuff. That was my daughter. And I'm just sitting back and I'm just watching her and watching, like, wow. And I'm being inspired by my daughter, right? By what she's doing, and watching her out there hustle the way she was hustling. And then she would go inside salons. I mean, she was just doing it, just putting her stuff out there and letting people know what she was doing. Then she went online. She was selling stuff online. And then one day she gave me a call. She said, Mom, I found a retail space. I got to jump on it. I said, okay, all right, no problem. And I was like, what you need? She was like, I got it.
Wow.
I was like, wow. Did my daughter just say she got it? And why is this story so important? It's so important because at the end of the day, the reason why we do what we do is not just about us. So if you are a parent, guys, if you are a mother, you're a father, right? Or you're raising a child, or, mentoring someone, they are not so much listening to you more than they are watching you.
Yep.
And my daughter watched me hustle, okay, to make sure that, again, that we had all the things, the necessity things that we need. We didn't have everything, all right? Because let me tell you something. Our first apartment, we had a mattress on the floor, James, okay? I had a table with 2 chairs, and I had a Rent-A-Center TV. Okay, that got evicted. Look, the Rent-A-Center TV got evicted back to Rent-A-Center. All right. So so we did what we had to do. And my daughter, she went through that and she watched all that, and she watched me continue to just keep getting up and keep reinventing myself and keep trying again. And my daughter, I'm here in Atlantic City. That's where I'm at as we speak, because I'm here for Triple Play, right? That's where all the realtors from New York, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania all come together to get their recertifications, right? To keep doing this thing called real estate. However, this is where actually my daughter is as well too. So her boutique Nay's Closet, I'm just so proud of her. She had the grand opening for her birthday, James. That was her birthday gift to herself. She went out. They was just like you talk about problems. Every problem was coming. They were like, nope, you got to do this. Nope, you got to do that. Meaning, in order for her to get her license to hang up in her store, for her to be able to open the door to sell one piece of merchandise. And she just kept going, kept going, kept going. And I literally was like, what can I do? She was like, Ma, I got this. Because she already know I'm going to jump in, right? If anything. But she did. All I did was show up, steam some clothes, James. Do you hear me? And I called up everybody I know. I was calling the world. I had friends from Delaware, New York, and Philly, and Jersey show up. And we had that grand opening with my daughter and my grandkids, and they cut the ribbon. And I could not be more happy and proud of her today. And all the realtors that are here right now in Atlantic City, New Jersey, they actually going over there to that shop to go support Nay's Closet.
There you go. That's awesome. that is an awesome story. Like I said, I saw the stuff on Facebook, and I was just like, man, this is freaking amazing that that your daughter's doing that. I mean, but a couple key things that you said in there was, they're watching you. I mean, they are watching you. I mean, I'm a strong example of that whole process in of itself. At 21, I bought a house. started a business, quit my job, got married. So I did all that at 21 years old. But fast forward before that, my dad actually was an entrepreneur. I seen him where he worked a job he didn't like, started his own business, eventually got that business to the point where it was able to support his lifestyle. And then I saw his lifestyle get better. He was able to help my sister through college, and you know what I'm saying, and just really just changed the dynamic of our situation. But seeing that as a young kid, seeing that example, seeing that process, that propelled me to like no, I want to do that. I don't want to punch a 9 to 5. I want to actually have a business that I can actually own and be able to pass some information or say stuff on to my kids. And and right now I'm talking to my oldest son. He's like, Dad, I don't want a job. I want to have a business. You know what I'm saying? It's all just an example. They're just watching you. I'm not necessarily just saying like, hey, this is what you need to do. I'm saying you got to go to your grades and stuff like that. But he's watching how you move, watching how we hustle, watching all that stuff. And like I said, your daughter, what she's doing, I mean, it's a direct reflection of what she saw as a kid. So, I mean, kudos to you, and I take my hat off for that. So.
Oh, thank you, thank you. I mean, I'm telling you, I'm like a peacock with my chest sticking out, right?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's amazing to watch. I mean, I was literally in tears. When I saw she sent the picture uh, of her, and this is before the renovations. And my brother, I mean, it was like a family affair. My brother went in after work every day to go do the remodeling of the shop. And I was just like, oh my God, this is amazing. Like, I can't even believe this is happening. Like, it just, again, because we're not doing this for ourselves. I can't say this enough. Yes, we want to be successful. Yes, we want to go out here and make a whole lot of money. Yes, we want to go out here and get, I guess accolades mean nothing, to be honest with you, but some people like them. Like, awards is cool. I got a whole lot of awards over my career, all that good stuff. But that's what I'm not doing. I'm not doing this for that. I'm doing this because I want to be able to say, I want people to be able to say, if she can do it, I can do it too. Okay. That's what I do this for, because, and it's something else that you had said, and it just kind of brings this thought. And I had made this post about it the other day. There are recruiters and then there are builders, James. All right. Again, there are recruiters and then there are builders. All right. I was a recruiter without a doubt. And I recruited a whole lot of people within my organization. I have thousands of people in my organization today, all right, in my other business, all right. And I'm thankful and grateful for it. I mean, every day I get an email. Literally, my phone goes off every day with someone joining my organization, all right. But more importantly, you learn to become a builder, and that's key. And that's who I am today. I'm a builder, because a recruiter wants you to join them. A builder wants you to be better than them. All right. Because you want to install in them and teach them how to do what you did, but better than what you did. Because again, it just goes back to that old saying, in order to be successful, you have to be willing to help other people become successful. And you can't hold on to it for yourself. All right. You can't get but so much. You can't have but so much. All right. A lot of people think, oh, why is this person not happy? They have this, they have that. Because you know why? Because they're alone, because they didn't help anybody. That's why they're not happy. That's why you see a whole lot of wealthy people not happy, because they're alone, or at least they feel alone, because they did all this just for themselves. And then when they realize they got all this, they're like, dang, wait a minute. Where everybody at? Ain't nobody around, right? But when you build, and you build right, I mean right, because I'm a strategist, all right, when it comes to building. And a lot of people are going to be really learning that real quick. A lot of people know that who know me. But at the end of the day, when you build and you build right, you're building for everybody else to be successful. All right. I mean, and that's why when you watch and you look at Veronica, I see how she built. I see her organization. That's why you think they come strong. They coming in there strong, because it's not just about her. It's about everybody around her who she's helping. We have a very similar background. She was a young teen mom too. So was Nakia Evans. This is why I can latch on to people like that, because they have walked in my shoes. See, everybody want to celebrate your glory, but they don't want to necessarily walk in your story, James.
Love
All
it.
right.
Love it. Man, man, it's like I said, it's been so awesome. And just by the way, just let everybody know, this whole process, like, you know, I mean, I got glossy eyes and I'm trying to keep snot from running down.
Oh my God,
And
you
and
too.
Lita, she said she said she wasn't feeling well, or, you know, but I mean, you know, our commitment to this whole thing and to this process is the reason why we jumped on board. It was like, there's no way I cannot, you know, do this interview because it's going to be so much value out of it. And, you know, it absolutely was. So, I mean, I appreciate you. I thank you so much. Anybody that is looking to, you know, get information or whatever, or, you know, definitely reach out to her or reach out to me. And, you know, I'm saying, like, you know, we're partners in this
Yes,
whole thing, in this building aspect of it. Like you said,
yes.
that was a drop the mic moment. So I appreciate you. And to the next one, I got to have you back. Got to have you back.
Yes, yes, yes. You know what? I love to come back here, and I'm just so thankful and grateful just to have this opportunity to be here. I mean, you are doing it, and you just inspire me. You really do, James. And I'm thankful and grateful that I showed up, right, and got in the right room with you and many others down there at Sprint and all the other amazing events that we have here with our company. I am here till the wheels fall off. You have no idea. I am not going nowhere. So just get ready. Get
That's
ready.
it.
Because I'm going to be in the rooms and I'm going to be showing up and I'm going to be going up. All
What,
right.
what is the one you said? They don't know me. They don't know me, but they will know me.
They definitely going to, for
Love
sure.
it. Love it. Yeah, so we're doing this every Thursday at 11 o'clock. We're interviewing somebody that's killing it in the industry. You know, once again, we appreciate you for sharing. And like I said, reach out to anybody, have any questions about partnership or what this whole thing looked like, or even questions about real estate in and of itself. So appreciate it again. To the next time, I'm out.
Thank you.